Good morning. Welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie, and I've got a couple things I want to share with you. So, as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? It has been a great morning. I'm drinking my protein shake, and I went to the gym early this morning. I've been going to the gym. I have been going to the gym consistently. Well, I would say for years, but my newer gym, I think I'm about a month in. I love it. It's an earlier morning accountability. I love it. So cheers to a protein shake. Tell me, how was your weekend? Tell me, how's your weekend? Did you have anything fun? What did you do? I guess let's just say this, because usually it's a lot to type. If you had to rate your weekend 1 through 5, 5 being like, it was incredible, 1 being like, praise the Lord, it's over. How was your weekend? All right. I've got a couple things I'm going to share with you real quick. It's not going to be long. How are you doing? Like, how are you really doing? I will tell you this. I have been thinking a lot and pondering a lot. I have been asking myself questions of, what are some new things I want to do? Making sure I'm moving in the direction that I feel like the Lord is telling me to do. I've been in this space. I kind of feel like I'm in a hallway. Do any of you ever feel like you're in a hallway where you're like either a door is closing or has closed, but there isn't quite yet another door? So you're kind of in this space of like patience, the unknown, like which direction am I going to go? It's kind of where I feel like I'm at. So, and it's not bad. Like I'm in a hallway and I'm like, what's the next door? And so I'm excited for that. I'm just kind of listening and asking myself questions to go, there's a lot of things. So I think I have an idea. I've talked about this for a while, but I actually am almost there. So I know that's really, really vague, but I do have something I want to share with you today. So there is a podcast. It's one of my most favorite podcasts. It's called Mind Shift. And I have the book. This is an incredible book. So I haven't really done a solid book on here for a little while, but it's called Mind Shift. There's a podcast called Mind Shift. And the podcast that I listened to was from 2023. The podcast is by a man named Erwin McManus, one of my most favorite pastors to listen to. But he said something that I listened to a while ago, and I want to give you this perspective today, all right? So I often wake up in the morning or I'll go to the gym, or I'll see people, or I'll make a post, and I'll say, it's going to be a great day. Like I'm going to tell you, I could say right now to you, it's going to be a great day. And what's so interesting is in this podcast, Erwin McManus said this. He goes, and he's talking to his son back and forth, and he goes, what if I give you a different verbiage on it's going to be a great day? And so he's talking to his son, Aaron, and he said, hey, what if you say, I'm going to make today great? There's a difference in those phrases. Today's going to be a great day. We get up. Like if you are a person that you're like, I get up, I've got a routine, I work on my mindset, I've got pretty high EQ and AQ, like I'm focused. And you get up and you're like, today's going to be a great day. Can you hear the difference? And I'm going to tell you what it is. And I was like, oh, that's good. He says, I want you to switch from today's going to be a great day. Or I could even say this. I walked into the gym today and I said, today's my favorite workout. And they're all like, what? And I was like, well, I tell myself that so that I look forward to it. I don't skip it. I enjoy it. Like I'm like trying to trick my brain because I already know it's going to be really hard. So he said, what if you, instead of go, today's going to be a great day, we're going to rephrase that. And I want you to say this real quick. I'm going to make today great. What's the difference? The difference is choice or fate. If you say today's going to be a great day, there are a lot of factors that you have no control over, right? The way that people treat you, the person that honks at you as you are driving down the road for no reason, or maybe somebody's having a bad day and they say something rude, or, something didn't show up in the mail, whatever the case may be. There are things that are not in your control. But if you say, I'm going to make today great, it is a choice. It's a choice that when somebody honks at you, and I say that because I live in Florida and there's a lot of honking going on all the time on the road. It's wild. But if you say, I'm going to make today great, it's a choice because you get to choose to push back when somebody else has an attitude, somebody honks at you, somebody cuts you off, like somebody's crabby with you at work, your kids are griping, like somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you were waiting for something to come in the mail and it's late. Or you went to the grocery store and they didn't have your favorite blah. But guess what? If your mindset is, I'm going to make today great, that's when you get to rise to that space of like, oh, it's a choice. I make today great. I choose to assume positive intent. I choose to wave at that person when they honk at me. Or I choose to just smile and nod at the person at work that's crabby. Or if my kids are throwing a fit, I'm going to be like, you know what? It's all right. We all have those days, right? We're going to choose to be adaptable. We're going to choose to have a high level of EQ, handling your emotions, because you've chosen to wake up today and go, I'm going to make today great. It's a choice. Don't leave it to fate. That's the difference. Today's going to be a great day. It's leaving up to other people. I'm going to make today a great day is leaving it up to you and your attitude and the way that you handle your emotions, circumstances, situations, environment. So when you find yourself thinking that in the morning, because I believe that all of you on here have a great control of your mindset and you are here to own your emotions and to do the best you can to be the best version of you, you're going to make today great. And then when you do that, it overflows into other people around you, right? So that was number one. Number two, it's a very tactical thought for you today. Only because I had two people message me right away in the morning. And the conversation has been around intermittent fasting. And so this is a keto page. I want to give you a really quick tip. The keto, I had a couple ladies say, hey, teach me about intermittent fasting, or like, hey, I'm not losing the weight. And really quick, and I say this often, I'm going to give you this as a reminder as you go in through the rest of your week. Intermittent fasting does not have to scare you, and it doesn't have to be, there's just different versions of it. Here's what I want you to understand. Whether you are just starting your weight loss, fat loss journey, whether you're in the middle of it, whether you're already on the other side and you're like, hey, I just need to keep going and make sure I keep healthy habits. I believe it's not the only thing, but one of the number one things of people either not losing the weight, feeling like they're stuck, gaining weight is because they're simply overeating. And they're overeating even good food. So the conversation I had this morning, just right before I got on here, and I said, tell me what it looks like for you. Because she's like, hey, I'm eating healthy. And I said, I get it, but are you eating from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed? And the conversation back and forth was, yes, I'm eating every couple hours. I'm eating throughout the entire day, eating keto. And here's what I want to tell you. If you're going to eat keto, you have to track everything. You have to, because when you eat keto, people give themselves an excuse that they can eat all of this food and all of this high fat food. And they wind up overeating all of this good food. And even though it's good and all of this higher fat foods can be good for you, what it's going to do is cause you to eat too much. And what happens? You don't achieve the goals you want. So, thought for this week, stop eating if you're not hungry. Just because it's in front of you and it's a healthy option. And if you have weight loss goals, go, you know what? I already ate. I'm actually not hungry. That looks really good, but I don't need it. I'm going to choose to listen to my body. I'm going to eat when I'm hungry, not when I'm bored. I might push the limits a little bit and narrow my window of eating. So I'm not going to eat as soon as I get out of bed, and I'm not going to eat on the popcorn bowl, out of the popcorn bowl until I go to bed. I'm going to be highly aware of why I'm eating and when I'm eating. Just to go, okay, what is my best option? What is my best choice? What is the best moment for me right now? And if you narrow that and you shut the lights off after dinner, like, hey, I'm done. I don't need to eat something if I'm going to watch a movie. Or when you get up in the morning, I don't have to go straight to the cereal bowl. Be mindful. It's going to help you immensely reach your goals. I promise. So that's your tip of the day. Eat when you're hungry, not when you're bored. Narrow your window. Most people are simply overeating. Otherwise, guess what you get to do today? You get to make today great, because you get to control your actions, your attitude towards other people around you, regardless of how other people treat you or how they act, because you can do it. So I want to say this. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to drink my protein shake. It's going to be a great day. Homeschool my girls. If you're brand new to the page, I'd love to get to know you. Post new below. I'd love to chat with you, help you reach your goals. If you have questions, ask questions below. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com. Let me know if you have any questions. I actually have a ton of trials to pack out of ketones. Oops, I just dropped it on the floor. I have a ton of these to pack up from over the weekend. So if you've never tried ketones, I've been drinking them for almost 9 years. I call it mom fuel. It's incredible. Helps you with your energy, your focus, your appetite. It actually works. I was super skeptical. It's incredible. So for me as a mom, the biggest thing for me is long sustained energy. I'm not snacking all day. It helps me as I work from home and I homeschool. I'm not constantly in the kitchen and the cupboard. Helps me to be able to function and think clearly to homeschool my girls and just keep up with them all day long. So have a good day. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.